Fred Mitchell loves his ride.
The suspension on this car, you just hug to the road and it just feels really great. Handles very well. You don't even feel the speed bumps or the potholes.
And he would know what a good ride feels like. In the last 4 years, Mitchell has had 18 cars.
I've had Infiniti, I've had a Lexus, I've had a Mercedes-Benz C-Class, I've had the E-Class, I've had every class of Mercedes-Benz. I had a black Cadillac, now I've got a cherry red Cadillac.
And not a single one of those was actually his.
People think I own these cars. I don't own any of these cars, I'm just doing a subscription.
A subscription to a car.
It's time to reimagine what car ownership can be.
Subscriptions are not a car share. The vehicle is yours alone to keep as long as you want. They're more like a lease, but the monthly payment covers more than just the cost of the vehicle. It also covers maintenance and insurance and repairs. Unlike a lease, you can swap cars, even pick a different type of vehicle. And you can pause or cancel a subscription at any time.
Like Netflix, you're paying this monthly subscription and you can just end it whenever you want. It's the same thing. So convenient.
Mitchell's Caddy costs him about $1,300 a month, but that's a luxury vehicle. Some car subscriptions start as low as $400 per month. And unlike a lease or financing, there's no down payment. Often, there's not even a credit check.
What are the areas in the code that we might need to change?
Some say this is the car company of the future. No workers on an assembly line, it's programmers coding an app. FlexDrive is essentially a software and service company that works as a middleman between car dealers and consumers. All subscription transactions go through the FlexDrive app, where you can pick a car as easily as you would a movie or a song.
The world of car ownership as we know it today, I believe, has peaked.
Jose Puente started FlexDrive in 2013, making him a pioneer of the subscription model. The Atlanta-based company now has 10,000 subscribers and a concept that could make car ownership a thing of the past.
Most consumers today don't really own a car, they own a car loan. The majority of consumers trade in their car well before it's actually paid off. When you subscribe, you're basically paying for the use of the car. So it's like no hassle access to a vehicle that otherwise you would have to, put on your credit and have to deal with when you want to sell it and when it breaks down. That eliminates all those problems.
FlexDrive says it will expand to Canada by the end of the year and should be in 15 cities in Europe within 2 years. Other U.S. companies have been quick to get in on the market too, with names like KarmaCar, Clutch, and Mobility. A Canadian company, Auto One, has just launched as well.
We are at the cusp of some very, very big changes in the auto industry.
Business professor Neeraj Dawar says car makers have to respond to a younger generation, many of whom are less interested in buying a car.
It makes sense for car manufacturers to start to think in terms of selling subscriptions. You don't buy your CDs for music anymore. You subscribe to Spotify. You don't buy the videotapes. You subscribe to Netflix. And a similar model is applicable to the auto industry. It's just that the auto industry has been a little slow to pick up on this.
That slow start has become a race into subscriptions, with Volvo, Porsche, Hyundai, Ford, and Cadillac all offering them on cars in the U.S. Cadillac plans to offer subscriptions in Canada next year.
Yeah, in many ways we're transitioning to a world of impermanence.
Haas Hassani says Cadillac is looking for new customers through subscriptions.
If we're just converting a customer out of a traditional lease or finance or cash deal in the existing customer, then we're not really growing and expanding our reach. So this program is very much designed to reach a new customer with a new service.
This new service has its skeptics. While the upfront costs are lower, the monthly payments for subscriptions are often higher. It's probably cheaper to pay off your own vehicle and drive it into the ground. And there will also be those who simply don't like the concept.
I think there's a lot of people in the world, particularly in the U.S., that are very attached to having a car, and it's going to be hard to rip them away from it.
But that's not Fred Mitchell. He's happy driving a car he doesn't actually own.
I would never, ever get a loan or finance any car ever again.
And he may never have to. Aaron Saltzman, CBC News, Marietta, Georgia.